What if 4-strokes disappeared off the face of the earth? What would a factory 2-stroke look like in 2019? After Jason Anderson won the 2018 Supercross title, the Rockstar Husky team thought just that and wanted to build Anderson a true-to-life factory Husqvarna TC250. Why? Why not? They wanted to incorporate as many factory parts from Jason's FC450 as well as build some stuff for the smoker itself. This is not Anderson's first 2-stroke or first 2-stroke project with MXA. Back in 2016, Jason did a TC250 video for the MXA New Year's video release, which went viral. When we got the wind that Husqvarna crew was in the process of building a 2019 factory smoker, the wheels started turning to another project with Jason. Watching a champion caliber rider ride a factory 2-stroke brings back so many warm and fuzzy feelings from back in the day. Hearing Jason ring out the smoker was music to our ears. After Jason put in a few motos, MXA got the okay from up top in Austria to throw a leg over the factory smoker to test it out. The TC250 2-stroke in stock trim has an abrupt, hard-hitting power feel that lights the rear tire up, making the bike a handful to ride unless you have a steady and precise right hand. Most of our test riders detune the stock version to smooth out the power to the ground. Jason's factory smoker had a power plant that was faster and stronger throughout the entire power curve than the stocker, although it was delivered with a free revving feel. The subtle changes to the engine stretched the low-end torque, making the bike have a linear feel and put the power to the ground easier with a more controllable ride. The engine produced power in all the right spots, but not so much that we couldn't ride it. The standard Mikuni carburetor is known to be finicky on the TC250's 2-stroke and has to be ran at a 60-to-1 rather than the normal 40-to-1 gas to oil ratio. The factory Rockstar Husqvarna race team switched it out for the old Keihin carburetor from 2017. When riding the bike, we noticed no hesitation off the bottom or hiccups in the mid-range. Jason's TC250 had 52mm Works WP spring forks that were not overly stiff and had a good rider-friendly feel that a fast guy or B-level rider could enjoy. The forks had a plush feel that allowed us to use all the travel with great bottoming resistance along with consistent front-wheel traction. The factory WP shock with Works link arm had a fair amount of movement in the initial part of the stroke, but had enough hold-up to allow the bike to track well under acceleration and not G out on jump faces or landings. The setup of Anderson's factory TC250 2-stroke was a massaged, fine-tuned version of the stock bike. Jason prefers a soft seat built by Guts Racing for his liking. His Pro Taper handlebars are a little higher than the standard bend with neutral positioning, and his levers were in a neutral position as well. Building a factory bike like this requires more hours than most people would think. Switching Anderson's TC250's standard bolts to titanium, along with the polished swing arm, takes a lot of time. Building a factory bike is all about little details of torquing bolts, greasing everything that needs to be greased, and customizing all the standard parts to Jason's liking is what makes factory bikes so great. The MXA Wrecking Crew has been testing factory bikes since the early 70s, although everyone would have laughed 40 years ago if we went back in time and told them 4-strokes would be king. The 2-stroke race is a rare breed that is being kept alive by fond memories and the Austrian powerhouse. If 4-strokes went extinct, we now know what would arise in its place. Anderson's factory smoker is a thing of beauty that ran as good as it looked. For the full write-up on Jason Anderson's Factory TC250, check out the January issue of Motocross Action magazine. And as always, go to the website motocrossactionmag.com for all the 2019 updates, Supercross news, race results, and as well as product reviews.